सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Naishkarmya Siddhi, second chapter, 57th page, 30th shloka. Nivrittayamaham buddhau mamadhi praviliyate aham bijahi sa siddhyet तमो भावे कुतः फणीम्. We are seeing the main portion of Vedanta in the form of analyzing the Mahavakya, that is Tattvamasi. In that three words, Tat, Tvam, Asi, also Sureshwaracharya is focusing on Tvam Pada Vichara. When Guru says you are that Tvam, you are that Paramatma. Here when Guru says you are, that student has to convert it into first person. You are is in the second person. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. Tvam. When the Sishya is taking that teaching and to claim that Aham Brahmasmi, that Tvam has to be converted into Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam as Aham. This Aham, I am, there are two Aham. I means lower I and higher I. Lower I means Ahankara, with which Ahankara I transact with the world. The lower I, as father, as mother, as brother, as teacher, as student, etc. roles, we are transacting with the world and people with that lower I. We call it as Vyavaharika Aham. Vyavaharika Aham. Since it is Vyavaharikam, it is only a reflected consciousness, Chidabhasa Sahita, that Jivatma, we call him as inferior. That is why lower. Lower or inferior. Inferior lower because it belongs to the five. You can remember thumb is the Chaitanyam Atma. Thumb is like, no? Atma is like Angushta Matra Purushaha, and Chidabhasa or Ahankara, the lower I, is the fourth finger, and Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram, all this. So these four are together. Angushta Tarjani Yoga Mudreda Vyajena Dehinam. So Angushta, this Yoga Mudra is called Jnana Mudra. By showing this finger, what Dakshinamurti indicating us, may you drop this Ahankara, lower I, understand this lower I is nothing but Aham, the Brahma Chaitanya. This is called Jnana Mudra also. Yoga Mudra or Jnana Mudra. So this lower I is what I am doing every moment, every time, Vyavahara I am doing. But there is another I, that is Aham, Purna Chaitanyam, the consciousness, higher I, original I, real I. Nityam, that aham Brahma Asmi. So that aham Brahma Asmi belong to that aham, higher I, not lower I. So all of you know this. If you do not know, note. Many of you know that. If you have attended my classes, many times I have told this. So lower I and higher I, aham and ahankara. So lower I is called ahankara, higher I is called aham. Ahankara is mithya, anityam, temporary. Aham, the higher I, is my real nature, my swarupam, and that is nityam. So this viveka, aham and ahankara viveka, Sureshwaracharya did, and ahankara level, what are all three bodies are there? Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharirams. This ahankara is associated with these three bodies. So that anatma number 1, Sthula Sharira negation was done. Later he took that anatma number 2, that is Sukshma Shariram. This Sukshma Shariram is also not that especially mind. That mind is also not a part of Atma Chaitanyam, or it is not a part of me, the original higher I. It belongs to only Anatma. This Atma Anatma Vivekam, I, the higher I, am the Atma. Mind is the belongs to that lower I, belongs to that body mind complex. Therefore Atma is free from any dharma. But Purvapakshi is telling, I can negate mamakara, dhihi, yatnaha, etc., etc. They all belong to anatma, body mind complex. But aham, the lower I, aham, also it belongs to atma only, because aham word has come there. And he quoted Brihadaranyaka that aham brahmasmi mahavakya is there. Upanishad has negated Ichcha, Dhriti, Dhihi, Bhi, everything Upanishad negated, but Aham is not negated. Therefore, let us take this Aham is also a part of higher I. Why can't I take this? Like that Purvapakshi is vehemently arguing, let me have this also. At least one Aham can be with Atma, Atma Dharma. Why can't I take? So, that is the argument going on. Now, Purvapakshi completed, and Sureshwaracharya answering to that. Deepa, can you switch off the video of that Murali TV that is vacillating? Okay. So a lot of attention is required. No distraction can be enter into our subject matter. That is why I requested students to come and join early. Okay. I know you have responsibilities, working day, difficult only, but there are some limitations, online classes we have. So we have to learn the subject along with this some limitations of technical problems. Okay. Now in this sloka, what Sureshwaracharya said, Nivrittayam, aham buddhau nivrittayam. Very, very clear, simple verses. All these verses. See, aham buddhau means ahankar. Aham buddhau, that is nivrittayam satyam, this I notion, lower I, ahankara I. This notion, nivrittayam satyam, if that is removed, if that is not there, I falsify or I remove or I eliminate. Eliminate, how you eliminate? Physically you cannot eliminate. Only intellectually. This aham is only ahankara. This ahankara is lower I. This lower I is not my real nature. It belongs to only body-mind complex for vyavahara. Like that you have to nivrittayam satyam. Then what is not going to be there? Mamadhihi praviliyate. Mamakara, I notion, if we remove, mine notion also will go away. Mine notion, mine, it's mine, mineness. Once I notion comes, my notion comes, mineness. Ennudayade, it belongs to me, it is mine. That mamadhihi, it is called mamakara alone, is called mamadhihi. Mama iti ahankara karoti, always it is mine, it belongs to me. That is called mamakara. Mamadhihi or mamakara, both are one and the same. Praviliyate, that is also will go away. Mamakara caused possessions, profession, all those things, abhimana will go away. Your profession, possession will not go away. Your money will not go away. But your possessiveness towards them, identity towards them will go away from your mind. So you will be burden released. Otherwise, MBBS, life is miserable if that mamakara is so strong in the mind of a person. If mamakara is so strong, mineness or possessiveness is so strong, life will, misery you cannot escape, miserable life. Then boredom, lot of boredom you feel. This a Vedantic seeker has to remove that boredom word from the dictionary for Vedantic seeker. But normal people, life is boredom. Then burdensome, a lot of burden and struggle. MBBS, this is samsari's qualification. MBBS means not a doctor qualification. Samsari's qualification is what? MBBS, life is miserable, boredom, burdensome and strugglesome. So this type of thinking, struggle, burden, boredom, misery, all comes because of mamadhi. Once mamadhi is removed, you are free from samsara. How mamakara is eliminated? Because of ahankara is eliminated. How you eliminate ahankara? Mithyatva nischayam, through jnanam. How you get jnanam? By studying scriptures. How you study scriptures? From a competent guru. That you do, then ahankara will go away. False I. Another name is false I. False I can be removed. Then false mindness also goes away. There is no real mindness. Okay, false I, false, real I is there. But there is no real mamakara, real, unreal mamakara. There is no, only one unreal mamakara is there. That will also go away. We can say in technical terms, ahankara is the karanam, mamakara is the karyam, a product, like a child. As long as karanam is there, karana sattve, karya sattvam. Ahankara Sattve, Mamakara Sattvam. Ahankara is the Karanam, Mamakara is the Karyam. Cause and effect relation both of them have. They are all at a mental level. You cannot show outside, this is Ahankara, this is Mamakara, you cannot show outside. Just it is a notion. A notion is in motion. Then emotion will come. Okay? Notion means wrong thought. Notion leads to motion. Motion means what? Disturbance, vacillation, lot of movements in the mind. So notion leads to motion, motion leads to emotion, then emotion leads to next vagaira. So okay. Mamadhihi praviliyate. Beautiful line. You see, so simple. Sanskrit is very, very simple. What is the reason? Aham bija hi sa siddhyet. That sa means that mamakara. All that mamakara sa siddhyet. Mamakara exists. Mamakara persists when aham bija hi, when the seed, bija means karanam, seed like. What is that? Aham, ahankara, lower I, inferior I, mithya I. Ahankara bija hi, sa siddhyet. Are you enjoying the subject? I hope. As long as ahankara karanam is there, yat sattve, yat sattvam, karya sattvam, mamakara sattvam. Ahankara, the karanam abhave, mamakara abhava. So how, Swamini, mamakara, how can we drop mamakara? Some people put a lot of quotations in their WhatsApp also. Live in reality. Difficult to detach. It is very difficult to detach. Like that they put quotations, but whatever their bhava is there, put in their words. And that they put quotations like living in the reality means how you live in the reality. First unreality you have to falsify, then only you can live in the reality. Really speaking, we are all in reality only. We need not live in reality. Really speaking, we are all living in the reality only, but we are thinking this unreal as real. That is the problem. Aham bija hi sa siddhyet. That mamakara, how can we drop? And once you know its nature, you can drop. Once you know its nature, you can drop. If you do not know its nature, putra, putri, griha, kar, all abhimana, if you take it as yourself, your own, mamakara is so strong, then what will happen? That time mamakara dropping is difficult. Love is different, care is different, mamakara is different. Mamakara is an obstacle. Love is not obstacle. Pure love, pure care, pure compassion, they are not obstacles. With a misconception, if you have anything, it is a problem. That's why aham bija means aham alone is the karanam. As long as it is there, indeed, he sa siddhyet karyam, that is mamadhihi or mamakara, will persist. And he gives the example, tamo abhave kutah phani. He gives the example just as tamaha abhave. Tamaha means here you can take snake. Tamaha abhave means snake abhave. Exactly, tamaha means darkness. Once you remove the darkness, and that means when light comes. In semi-darkness, you are seeing the rope as snake. You are seeing the rope as snake in semi-darkness. Once full light has come, tamaha abhave, in the absence of tamas. In the absence of tamas, the darkness, what will happen? Kutaha phani? Where is that snake? Phani means snake. Nakarantaha, pullingaha. That phanin shabdaha. Phani, phaninau, phaninaha. The snake. Snake, kutaha, snake. Where the snake can exist, tamaha bhave. Just like that, ahankara bhave, kutaha mamakaraha. Mamakara alone keeps you sleepless nights, worry, hurt, guilt and all, etc., etc. So therefore, this is called diagnosis. We are diagnosing the problem. What is the root cause of my suffering? What is the root cause of my sorrow? Shastra clearly says, understand the root cause is mamakara. What is its root cause? Ahankara. Therefore, ahankara, mamakara. Then mamakara leads to yatna, ichha, ragadvesha, etc. So up to here we saw in the last class. Now we have to understand, before going to the next shlokas, I would do Samanadhikaranyam word I was using in the last class. And I was talking about Samanadhikaranyam, Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam, Aikya Samanadhikaranyam. In Vichara Sagara, elaborately we saw. In Vedanta Sara also I taught long before, very clearly. So there are 4 types of Samanadhikaranyam. In the 29th verse, we completed 30th verse. In the 29th verse, we saw that Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam. For that he gave the example also, Sureshwaracharya. Man is taken as a pillar, post, not postman, okay. Man taken as a pillar or like a post. So-called pillar is none other than man only, person only. Sthanu Purushaha, Purushaha Sthanu. Seeing the Purusha but taking him as Sthanu, the post, that is what you have to do, eliminate that Sthanu, the post or the pillar idea, notion. That is called elimination. Exclusive Samanadhikaranyam. Inclusive Samanadhikaranyam is Aikya Samanadhikaranyam. Exclusive Samanadhikaranyam means you negate one and you take the other. That Aikya Samanadhikaranyam is equation, equating 2 words as similar, synonym. So this Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam in 29th verse we saw. Then there are 4 types of Samanadhikaranyam. Many are there. 4 mainly we see. In my Nadopasana also I said Upasanayam Samanadhikaranyam. One of my talk in Nadopasana long before, while talking about Upasana, Upasana is a deliberate superimposition. Understand? Upasana, meditation. Doing that aradhana, manasika puja, etc., they come under deliberate superimposition. How? What is the example for this Upasanayam Samanadhikaranyam? Samanadhikaranyam, Samanadhikaranyam. Both are in same, one and the same equation like. That Samanadhikaranyam like or Samanadhikaranyam, Haridra Kumkume Mahaganapatim Avahayami, Pujayami. First Avahanam, then Puja. What I do? I take a turmeric powder, convert into like a pyramid, put it on the betel leaf and put kumkuma to that. And what I do? Haridra Kumkume, that kumkumam, that is kumkuma which is in yellow color. Kumkumam only they convert into that manjal, something. Haridra Kumkume, it is yellow kumkumam. That manjal and kumkuma go together. Okay, Haridra Kumkume, Sri Mahaganapatim. I know Turmeric is not Mahaganapati. Haridra Kunkume, on this turmeric powder, now I am going to do what? Superimpose what? Deliberately, knowingly. Mahaganapatim Ganesha, Lord Ganesha, Avahayami, invoke. Deliberately, knowingly, I superimpose. Mahaganapati, where is Mahaganapati? What is this turmeric? That too small size. Very small nut size, that much only they say. They put Avahayami. After Avahana, what we do? Pujayami Archana. Lot of flowers. I offer everything. And people will see, what you are doing? Paityam. And Paityam illa, deliberately I am doing superimposition. This is called Upasanayam Samanadhikaranyam. Ganapati and Haridra Kunkumam both are one and the same at the time of puja. In every temple, granite stone and marble stone, I know it is stone, but I invoke Upasanayam Samanadhikaranyam. This has to be grasped by every Hindu, especially we the Hindus worship Lord. Upasana we do, deliberately we superimpose. Once you get the clarity, there is no confusion. People must have this knowledge, minimum knowledge. Therefore, please tell others also, the people whom you know. Upasana means Upasanayam. This is Samanadhikaranam. Like this you have to explain. Now it is clear for you. For your family members, for your friends, share this, so that they will also happy. Oh, this much is there in Shastra. Upasanayam Samanadhikaranyam. It is not a blind belief. It is not wrong. It is our achara. This is the first one. Okay. Second one, Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam. Rope snake also we can take. This is a snake. When you say snake, you eliminate, and a rope you take. That eliminating, excluding one and taking the other. This example we saw in Vicharasagara. Or he has taken that man for a pillar. That example he has shown. Now what is the third one? Aikya Samanadhikaranyam. Aikya Samanadhikaranyam can be called as Mukhya Samanadhikaranyam also. Apposition. Apposition. Not opposition, apposition. Aikya Samanadhikaranyam or Mukhya Samanadhikaranyam. Two things are equated. Two things are equated. That Aikyam is Mukhyam. Therefore that is called Mukhya Samanadhikaranyam. What is Shastric example? Soyan Devadatta, Shastric example. That Devadatta who was in my young age, I was going to school, my friend. At that time he has got curling hair and is very, very thin. Now that Devadatta is this Devadatta. He has come to my place. Now I say that Devadatta is this Devadatta. Both are one and the same. Soyam Devadatta. So Yagnadatta is telling to Devadatta, Soyam Devadatta. This person is Soyam Devadatta. There only Tattvamasi Mahavakya. Tat Tvam Asi. You are that equation. You are that equation. Then this is the third one. Examples are Soyam Devadatta, Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi is Mahavakya, is not an example. Okay. Then fourth one is Visheshana Visheshya Bhave Samanadhikaranyam. Visheshana Visheshya Bhave. Visheshana means adjective. Visheshya means noun. So noun, the substance, and its adjective. That means attribute. Either color or height, weight, whatever attribute. So Visheshana Visheshya. For example, we saw in Gita Bhashyam 2nd chapter. Shankaracharya elaborately explained. Nilotpalam. Utpalam means lily flower. Utpalam or lotus. Something you can take a flower. Utpalam, flower. Lotus, flower. Neelam Utpalam, blue lotus. Blue lotus. Neelam means blue. So blueness is an adjective and Utpalam is a noun, substance. That substance, Utpalam, the flower, blue lotus, it is in blue color, blueness, adjective, Visheshanam. Utpalam is Visheshyam, blueness is Visheshanam, adjective. So, Visheshya Visheshana Bhave Samanadhikaranyam. The flower alone is blue. That which is in blue color is this flower. Samanadhikaranyam. One is attribute, one is noun. Now, Purvapakshi taking, we have to come to our Dashtanta. Purvapakshi says, Ahankara attribute, Mamakara Yatnaha, all attributes leave it. Purvapakshi said, Ahankara attribute that is that belongs to Atma, Atma Dharmaha, Ahankara. So Ahankara happens to be the Visheshanam, who says Purvapakshi. Atma Aham is Visheshyam, noun. So I, the Atma Aham, let me have this Ahankara, the Visheshanam, like Nilotpalam. I, the Aham, am noun, and Ahankara is attribute, Visheshanam. So noun and attribute like that we can take. So he is applying Visheshana Visheshya Bhave Samanadhikaranya. We say no, it doesn't work, it is not correct. So Aham Brahma Asmi, in that generally we take Aikya Samanadhikaranyam, Aham Brahma Asmi. But Purvapakshi is holding on to Ahankara, lower I, inferior I. Therefore, he is taking Vachartha I. Another name for inferior I, lower I is Vachartha I. Direct meaning, popular meaning, Ahankara. That Ahankara, Vachartha I, he takes and say Brahmasmi. How this Ahankara, lower I, Vachartha I can claim I am Brahman? Are you getting the point? How this Vachartha I, the lower I, or inferior I, false I, Pratibimba Chaitanyam, Chidabhasa Sahita, Manaha, Ahankara, how it can be identical with Brahman? It is not. It cannot. Therefore, Purvapakshi, you are wrong. You are taking Lakshartha Ahankara and want to claim that Brahman, Lakshartha, Brahman, you want to claim as yourself. It is not correct. Therefore, in this 29th onwards, Sureshwaracharya negating Visheshana Visheshya Bhave Samanadhikaranyam is negating by giving so many examples. So here in Aham means Ahankara. You have to remember. Aham word is used many times in slokas, different slokas. That Aham is called Ahankara. So next this portion continuation. Same. Now we have got 4 Samanadhikaranyam. Very important portion. These 4 topics you have to remember. So leave that Upasana Samanadhikaranyam. Only just for information I have given. Then leave this Aikya Samanadhikaranyam also, because we are going to focus on, especially Sureshwaracharya focus on Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam. How? Now look into the portion I will read. page 58, verse number 31, introduction. Vivakshata drishtanta amsha jnapanaya drishtanta vyakhya. Now I am going to explain. Vyakhya means I want to explain about what? A brief note. Vyakhya means brief note, an example. Drishtanta vyakhya. A brief note on example I would like to give. What is that example? Vivakshita drishtantaha. That which is communicated. Vivakshita, that which is communicated already. The message to be communicated very clear. Vivakshita drishtantaha, to clarify for that to clarify the example part of previous shloka. To clarify the example part of previous shloka. What is the example? Funny, snake, rope snake. To clarify that example part of that previous shloka, I am going to give brief note where in this 31st verse, the rope snake example. I will read the shloka 31. Tamobhibhuta chitto hi rajvam pashyati roshanam bhrantya vina tasmat no ragam sraji vikshate. All are beautiful, simple language, Sanskrit language. You can enjoy that also along with the subject. Tamaha abhibhuta chittaha. A person, when he is tamaha abhibhutaha means when the wrong notion. Abhibhutaha means when the eyes lose the capacity to function, to see the things as they are. Tama abhibhutaha. Tamasa abhibhutaha chittam. Whose mind is overpowered by, covered by. That person whose mind is covered by ajnanam, ignorance. Original dashtanta is ignorance. Here, this person who is seeing the rope as snake in semi-darkness or twilight, tamaha abhibhutaha, his eyes are covered with darkness. Eyes, how can they cover by darkness? I told you already, darkness is that in whose presence eyes cannot see. I see darkness, you say. Now people say there is darkness. How do you know? I saw the darkness. How can you see darkness? Darkness is that in whose presence eyes do not function. You remember this statement? Long before I said, I like this statement. Darkness is that in whose presence my eyes stop functioning. If it's a brilliant light, I can see rope as rope. If it is totally dark, I don't see at all anything. I don't see anything there. Then when I see the snake upon the rope, when there is half light, semi-light. So the light is dim, neither bright nor totally dark. Abhibhutaha, that's why the word is used, abhibhutaha. The eyes are not able to see what is there clearly. Tamaha abhibhutaha hi, then alone, rajvam roshanam pashyati. Upon the rope, a person see the roshanam, he is here snake. A new name, very rarely used. Roshanam, the snake. What snake is it? Real snake or false snake? Superimposed snake, false snake, a misconception, erroneous perception, wrong perception. Roshanam. Anvaya is what? Yatra yatra. Yatra yatra tamaha. Tatra tatra dosha darshanam. That is their ignorance. Yatra yatra anvaya. Tatra tatra is ignorance is there. Wherever ignorance, rope ignorance is there, person see the snake. How? Bhrantya, because of delusion, because of bhranti. There you can put a full stop. Bhrantya. How to do anvaya? Tamobhibhutaha chittaha, whose mind is confused, deluded. Why? This is snake, he is thinking. Why? Eyes are not functioning properly. Abhibhutaha. Because of bhranti, he saw that as snake. The rope snake, how many times we listen? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Bhrantya vina tasmat uragam sraji na vikshate. Without bhranti, without delusion, without that covered eyes, that means eyes are overpowered by semi-darkness, is not, vision is not clear. Vina, without that bhranti, uragam sraji. Uragam means snake. Snake, another name is uragam. Urasa gachyati iti uragaha. Uras means stomach, abdomen. That which moves on its abdomen is called uraga. Uragam. Second case. Uragam or sraji. Sraji means garland. Some person sees it as a garland. Vina indicates tritiya. Bhrantya vina. Without that bhranti, how can he see that snake or any garland on that rope? He cannot see. Na vikshate. Where is nakara? Tasmat noragam is there. Tasmat plus na plus uragam, tasman noragam. What to do? Hanvaya bhrantya vina tasmat uragam. Bhrantya vina uragam tasmat na uragam sraji na vikshate. He will not see that. The erroneous perception cannot take place without bhranti. Sraji you can take upon the snake. Sraj means jakarantaha strilingaha. Sraj shabdaha. Here sraji as a garland. So with this that example clarity has we got now. Then further Sureshwaracharya continues. Ananvayacha natmadharmo hankaraha. Anvayacha means accompaniment, going along with, accompaniment. Na anvaya, ananvaya, not accompanying, not accompaniment. Ananvayacha. Not only that previous example, that delusion I have said, but here also, because of non-accompaniment of ahankara in the sleep and in that moksha kala, that cannot be the dharma of Atma. That is what he is going to say. Suppose ahankara is an intrinsic attribute of Atma, there are problems. That is nicely presented in this sloka. Ahankara means that individuality. Atma dharmaha na. Ahankaraha na Atma dharmaha. Ahankara is not Atma dharma at all. Why? Because it is not accompanying. When in Sushupti and Moksha Kala. That is given in the shloka. Atmanaschedaham dharmaha yayan mukti sushuptayoh yato nanveti tenayam anyadiyo bhavedaham. Very nice. Atma. Aham. Aham dharmaha. Aham means ahankara. Aham ahankara atmanaha dharmaha ched. Suppose you want to hold on to that view only. What is that view? Ahankara, lower eyes also belong to higher eye. Therefore, ahankara and aham both are like visheshanam and visheshyam. Atmanaha dharmaha chet. Ahankara is also an attribute of Atma. If you say so, then what will happen? What will happen? Sushupta mukti sushuptayoho yayat. It will continue in Sushupti also. It will continue in Moksha also. What? Lower eye, ahankara eye. This ahankara will accompany. Yayat means accompany. This ahankara will accompany Atma at the time of Moksha also and at the time of deep sleep also. But it is not as accompanying. If it accompanies, you cannot sleep at all. The sleep also will be disturbed. Thank God that ahankara is dissolving in the sleep. We are happily sleeping. I don't know anything we are saying. Therefore, ahankara is totally dissolved in the sleep. If it would have been accompanied, it must be there in Sushupti also. Yayat, yat, 2p, second conjugation, parasmaipada. Yayat accompanies. Vidhiling, prathama purusha, ekavachanam. For grammar students. Yayat. It would have accompanied in Moksha and Sushupti also. If really the ahankara is the dharma of Atma, like Nilotpalam. Wherever the flower, the blueness will be there. You cannot separate the blueness and the flower. Only flower fades away, then blueness also goes away. So, as long as noun and attribute in example, they can continue together, but here it won't continue. Yataha na anveti, since it is not accompanying, what? Since ahankara is not accompanying with Atma in deep sleep and moksha, tena ayam anyadiyaha bhaved aham. Since it is not accompanying in sleep and moksha, tena, because of this reason, ayam aham, ayam is the attribute, adjective to aham. Ayam aham, this I is anyadiyaha bhavet. Therefore, I am, aham is different. This ahankara aham, ayam aham, this ahankara is different because it is not continuing in moksha. If continues moksha also, freedom from ahankara alone is called moksha. Ahankara continues, it is not a moksha. How can we call it as moksha? It cannot be called as moksha. It belongs to Sukshma Shariram only, not Atma. That is the continuation. You can take Anmaya means continuation of that. If it is intrinsic, it would have continued along with Atma in sleep and moksha. Since it is not continuing along with Atma, it must be different. Anyadiyaha, it must be different. Samsara is because of karta, bhokta, that ahankara, do worship. If that is also continuous, again samsara is continuing. Then next shloka will. Samsara continues if you are having this ahankara in that. That means your problem also continues. So problem-free life only we are working for. Now, next verse, I will give the introduction first. Atma dharmatva-bhyupagame apariharya dosha prasaktischa. So, Anvaya you have to do for this sentence. You have to supply ahankara. If ahankara is atma dharma, atma dharmatva abhyupagame. Abhyupagame means hypothetically. Let us, accept temporarily. For your sake, O Purupakshi, I will accept ahankara as the atma dharma, attribute of atma. Visheshana visheshya bhava. Okay. What are the problems, Pariharya doshaha prasaktischa apariharya doshaha. So many doshas will emerge because of that. Unsolvable. Apariharya means unsolvable doshas will come. Okay. So matter to matter materialism people are running. It cannot be apariharya means it cannot be remedied. It cannot be solved. Doshaha, that prasakti, that prasakti will come. That problem will come. When, what, how? 33, sloka number. Yajjatma dharmo hankaraha nityatvam tasya bodhavat nityatve moksha shastranam vaiyarthyam prapnuyad dhruvam. Sureshwaracharya's final warning he is giving. So, badhayam samanadhikaranyam, if you won't take, suppose you take visheshana visheshya bhave samanadhikaranyam like nilotpalam, ahankara is an attribute and aham, atma, am noun. So therefore, if you take that visheshana visheshya samanadhikaranyam, there are lot of problems. Yet atma dharmaha ahankaraha. If you take that ahankara as an attribute of atma, what will happen? Ahankara becomes nityatvam tasya. Tasya ahankarasya nityatvam. It will also become eternal. Ahankara also will become eternal, shashvatam, nityam. Like what? Bodhavat, like consciousness. Consciousness is eternal, nityam. If this ahankara also you are carrying along with, and carrying means you are taking as the attribute of atma, ahankara becomes real. Jivatvam will become real. So two real things are there. One is what? One is atma, nityam, and ahankara also nityam. Two eternal things will be there. Then because of that, what? Nityatve moksha shastrana. Suppose it is nityam. Ahankara, let it be nityam. So what? Ahankara nityam ahatume, irkatume, nityamave irkatume. Atma madri, chaitanyam madri. இருக்கலாமே என்று சொன்னேன். இருந்தா என்ன கஷ்டம் தெரியுமா? கஷ்டம் என்ன? சாஸ்திராணாம், மோக்ஷ சாஸ்திராணாம், that shastra which is talking about moksha, liberation, anatma, that ahankara nityatve sati. If it is eternal, Then that Shastra which is talking about moksha, Mahavakyas, Vayarthyam Prapnuyat Dhruvam. Definitely the Shastra, Moksha Shastra, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, all will become redundant. They are meaningless, useless. Because moksha is that freedom from jivatvam, jivatva bhavana, limitation. Now you include ahankara also, there what will happen? Shastra talking about ahankara tyagaha, ahankara falsification. You are telling to hold the ahankara along with atma. Then you want to take Shastra or your own opinion? Shastra says ahankara tyage naike amrutatmamanashuhu. Tyage naike. You have to give up. You have to give up, you have to drop. Amrutatvam anashuhu. You can attain immortality. What you have to give up? Ahankara. In Upadesasara and Saddarshanam, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi elaborately always focus on aham, aham, aham. Ahamayam kuto bhavati chinmataha aipatatyaham nija vicharanam ahaminasya bhajahamahantaya. Paramapurna Sat you remain once you drop ahankar. அது விடமாட்டோமே சாவி விட்டாலும் ஆவியை விட்டாலும் சாவியும் விடமாட்டோம். தமிழில் they say ஆவியை விட்டால் the person is ready to go to burial ground. ஆவியை விட்டாலும் போக he is not ready to give that chavi, the bunch of keys. Like that, everyone is ready to drop. I am ready to drop an ahankaram drop. Tyaja dharma madharmancha ubhe satyanrite tyaja ubhe satyanrite tyaktva yena tyajasi tatyaja. This ahankara you have to drop. Puja Swamiji tells a story. At the time of last days, Puja Swamiji was in Rishikesh, Dayananda Swamiji. We often go and to see Swamiji at that time. One day, that is the last story Swamiji told that time for us. Very sick Swamiji, but still he told about one story. How the ahankara is so powerful. One sculptor, a very great sculptor, and he created his own form just like him, and he kept, because before the Yamadharmaraja coming, last period of time, Yamadharmaraja cannot recognize. So he's like in wax, bomma ella pandra nariya. Like that, this person also made his same form, 2, 3 he did. So Yamadharmaraja will get confused. He will not take me to Yamaloka. Like that he thought. Then Yamadharmaraja came one day, and he is also there, and that Bomma is also there, like same like him. And that Yamadharmaraja is very smart. Yamadharmaraja was looking at all of them, and he's telling, it's very nice, so nice, so nice. All are same like, he's telling. And how to find out this sculptor? All are looking same like. And Yamadharmaraja pointed out, but all are nice, good, but this is not correct. This is not, some mistakes he is finding in one thing. Who did this? Who is that sculptor? Who did this? But there is some mistake. Immediately the sculptor, how can you say there is a mistake? How can you say there is a mistake? I only did. Then Yamadharmaraja said, Va polam. And Kuti to Pona. Yamalokati. See, this ahankara is so powerful. He want to escape from Yamadharmaraja. But what ahankara did? Ahankara said, you cannot escape. We go both of us together. And ahankara takes the person like that. Rajoguna, Rajasic nature. People cannot leave the ahankara identity, individuality. That is why the real student, 2 qualities are very important. Humbleness, number 1. Then curiosity. to know, to get the knowledge. That curiosity should not die in us. That is the beauty of this Shastra. Shastra will become Vaiyarthya Doshaha. Ahankara continues in moksha also, number 1. Then moksha shastram Vaiyarthya Prasangaha. Shastra become redundant. Moksha shastram vendame. Ahankara continues. இதுக்காக படிக்கணும் கிளாஸ்க்கே வர வேண்டாமே என்ன அந்த மாதிரி ஆகிடும். அப்படி பண்ணக்கூடாது. So with this Sureshwaracharya concludes this shloka. Prapnuyad dhruvam. Definitely Shastra become redundant. When? If Ahankara becomes Atma Dharma, it will become permanent. Once it becomes eternal, it is not moksha. More in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.